of the World Championship, Italy's Lucinelli is in front on points for Suzuki. And with just 3 races to go, this could be the year that the world champion Kenny Roberts and Yamaha are finally displaced. Suzuki have the speed to beat Yamaha. Crosby averaged 116 miles an hour today. However, rivalry within Suzuki, Crosby and Mamola ride British Suzukis, Lucinelli an Italian prepared machine. And as ever, the best hope, therefore, for a British win is Barry Sheen on a Yamaha, comparing notes here with John Surtees.
You reckon you can do it?
Well, I really hope so. You know, the trouble is my previous record at the British Grand Prix has been a bit tough. I've never seemed to have done any good here. In '79 I was second, but
nearly.
Yeah, but inches as good as a mile. I was second. That's all there was to it. I sincerely hope so. You know, I'm trying my hardest that I can try, and the bikes are running good now. The only problem I got is tyres. I just hope the tyres are good.
It's that important, is it?
Oh yeah, quite important. That's what screwed me up in the Italian Grand Prix. So you just got to hope. It's in the lap of the gods, really. You know, it's. If I don't win, it won't be for the want of trying, I can assure you.
And your main opposition, Roberts?
We got enough time to mention them all. There's Roberts, obviously Marco Lucinelli. I think he's going to be the man. And Mamola, Crosby, probably Corky Ballington on the Kawasaki.
And as Yamaha and Suzuki fight their own fight, Kawasaki's Corky Ballington is Sunday's dark horse.
Lucinelli, for example, has won 3 Grand Prix on the trot. He's right in the winning groove, you know. Now, for me to come and beat someone like him will take extra effort. But after my win at Snetterton 2 weekends ago, you know, we are getting in the groove, and you know, the machine is coming right now.
9th quickest today, Ballington's Kawasaki, very much in touch. The best Midland hope, Keith Hewen.
On a production motorcycle, it's very hard against effectively 15 works bikes in the 500cc class. I would say that we would possibly finish in the first 10, given a small amount of luck and a good bit of riding.
Hewen, 10th fastest. The quickest, Graham Crosby with the British prepared but Japanese Suzuki.
Silverstone's probably one of the better tracks, purely on a safety side. You know, it's good, there's plenty of runoff area and all that, and I quite like it, and it suits the Suzuki anyway, and that's the main point, you know.
Your prediction for the race?
I'd like to predict that I'm going to win it, you know, because I haven't won one yet.
Only 8th in today's practice, Lucinelli, the World Championship leader. However, with only 3 races left in this year's championship and wins in the last 3 Grand Prix, the Italian must surely be the favourite on Sunday.
With perfect weather conditions, the last practice session for tomorrow's Grand Prix has been concluded at Silverstone, and the news is that New Zealander Graham Crosby is fastest on his Suzuki, although he has not beaten the lap record put up by Barry Sheen 2 years ago. In second position is a rather unhappy Barry Sheen, who is understandably contesting the time that Crosby has put up. But Sheen, double world champion, the man who is fighting to get right back into world championship contention this year, is ahead of his teammate, the reigning world champion Kenny Roberts, who is 3rd fastest in practice. Then, in 4th position on the grid is the Dutchman, Jack Middelberg, who's riding a Suzuki, and he's just 0.07 of a second slower than Kenny Roberts. Surprisingly, 5th fastest, and that's surprisingly slow for him in comparison with what we've got used to, the young American, Randy Mamola, ahead of the man who is leading the World Championship, the Italian, Marco Lucinelli. So, with a mixture of Yamaha and Suzuki machines, it's going to be a very exciting British Grand Prix at Silverstone tomorrow. The weather looking good, the wind is tugging at the flags, the clouds are completely free in the sky, the sun is shining, and the forecast is good. The prospects then for a battle royal between the 5 men that matter in the World Championship, Graham Crosby, Barry Sheen, Kenny Roberts, Randy Mamola, Marco Lucinelli, and the Dutchman Middelberg challenging, plus all the rest of the entry. Barry Sheen, practice has finished. You are officially 2nd fastest, although I know there is some doubt about the times. Officially, Graham Crosby's fastest. How has practice gone for you?
Well, once in a way, it's gone very well. The bike's going real good, and
I'm just hoping the tyres are going to be okay. We haven't had any problems yet, so we'll probably break down in the race now.
I need hardly say that the idol of British race fans as you are, everybody's going to be watching you. Do you feel any particular pressure racing in your own Grand Prix?
No, not really, because I try as hard as I can all the time, and I don't feel any more pressure here. You know, if you let the pressure get to you, it's, you know, I love motorcycle racing, and if you were totally under pressure, I wouldn't enjoy it. So, you know, you just got to let it not get to you, otherwise it'd drive you crazy.
Now, you've been world champion twice. You have got, I suppose, a remote chance of getting the world championship this year if things go well for the rest of the season. How do you feel about not only this British Grand Prix but the remaining races and the chance of getting that championship back?
Well, the thing was, if I was to win the world championship now, I wouldn't deserve it, because I'd, you know, finished in a lot of races but low positions. And I think the guy that deserves to win the world championship is Marco Lucinelli. So if Marco broke down and everybody else broke down, and I won the remaining 3 races and won it, I wouldn't feel I was world champion.
Well, that's certainly a very generous comment. Just a fortnight ago, I watched the British crowd going bananas because number 7, John Watson, won. You're always number 7. What do you feel about doing it tomorrow?
Well, it's good omens, isn't it, really, because John's number 7, he's mild responsive the same way as I am. And I just love it. Listen, I tell you, if I don't win tomorrow, then it won't be for the lack of trying. I shall try my heart out, you know, I promise.
The bike, Barry, when you left Suzuki, things didn't go altogether well for you when you joined Yamaha. Do you feel happier about the bike now?
Yeah, I do now. I've signed up with the Yamaha factory, and they treat me so well. They treat me far better than Suzuki ever did, and I shall never leave them. You know, they treat me fantastically well.
Now, well, one last word. The race tomorrow, how are you going to go from the beginning? Is it going to be tactical, or is it going to be absolutely full belt right from the start?
It's very hard to say, Murray. You know, it's just start off and play it by ear. I think you'll find that Marco's going to be a lot further up there than he was on the old practice times, but I just hope it's a good race. I hope I win.